Hello, my name's Kara Welke. I'm an occupational therapist as well as a business owner. I started Home Therapy Solutions in 2018, and in 2019, a group of us joined forces to help other passionate therapy professionals start, build, and grow their businesses. So our goal is to work with therapy professionals that are passionate and they want to build a thriving therapy practice. With our Therapy Business Builder program, our goal is to take a passionate therapist to a profitable private practice CEO. We have three primary pillars that we focus on within our program to help therapists go from that solid foundation to business growth to scaling and expansion to get to their final destination. Now, I'd like to point out that we have therapists that come to us at all different levels. If a therapist comes to us and they're brand new, just getting started, most likely, well, basically, yes, they're going to be starting at the solid foundation where we're making sure that they get their practice started on the right track so they are able to grow and meet their goals faster and ultimately save a ton of time, money, and stress. Now, we have therapists that come to us that have had a practice 2, 3, 4, 5+ years, and they're at all different stages. We've had therapists come to us that have had a practice for 2 years and have only seen 2 clients. We've have therapists come to us that have had a practice for 3 years, have a full caseload, have staff, but aren't paying themselves. We have therapy professionals that come to us that are to the point where they need to add staff or they don't have any systems in place. So depending on where you're at, we are able to customize a plan to best fit you so that you can get to that final destination. And I also love to point out that everyone's final destination is different. Some therapists want to build a practice where they're the ones working in it. Others want to hire staff. Some want to build a practice where they can add on multiple locations, where they can eventually sell their business. So everything's customized to the therapist we work with. One of the primary things is that the therapists we work with are passionate and they want to do what it takes to save them time, money, and stress in the long run. So just to review, solid foundation, the focus is on helping clients build a practice that is legally compliant, professionally sound, and ready for sustainable growth. The next pillar is business growth. In this pillar, we're looking at equipping our therapists with the tools, strategies, and systems they need to grow their client base, manage operations efficiently and effectively, and ensure consistent progress. The third pillar is scaling and expansion. The focus is on helping clients transition into leaders, grow their team, and establish a scalable practice for long-term success. Now, depending on where you're at with your practice, you might come in and have a practice for 3 years and really feel that scaling and expansion is where you need. But there might be key pieces that you're missing from your core foundation that we might need to work on. Our goal is that therapists know they have a practice that is set up, that is run legally, that you're compliant, and you're able to best serve not only yourself, your clients, but your community and the staff that you bring on. So the first pillar, pillar one, is solid foundations. And again, the focus is on helping therapy professionals build a practice that's legally compliant, professionally sound, and ready for sustainable growth. It's really important that therapists looking to start, build, and grow a practice understand that healthcare practices are a whole different ballgame than practices, than running a coffee shop. There's a lot of other things to consider. And we've had therapy professionals that have actually spent tons of money working with attorneys only to find out that the attorney didn't even understand a healthcare practice. So they had to start over from scratch after spending thousands of dollars. So in pillar one, a few of the things that it covers is establishing key policies and procedures that are tailored to each individual practice, developing a compliance plan and understanding state and federal regulations, including OIG guidelines. And a thing that is missed almost 100% of the time is setting up scalable systems. A lot of people think that just because they're a one person show, they do not need to set up systems. It is almost more important, or maybe it is more important for you as an individual practice owner to set up systems so that you can save yourself time and automate a lot of the processes. Also in pillar one, we're helping therapists navigate the difference between in and out of network, PPOs versus HMOs, private pay versus insurance. We strive to help therapists create hybrid models and take the best of all worlds, whether it be private pay, insurance, establishing contracts. There's so many opportunities out there, and we can help guide our therapists that we work with to making sure they're making the right decisions for their practice. Another huge mistake we see therapists make is getting credentialed with a variety of insurances, only to find out that the insurances don't even pay them enough to allow them to be profitable or to pay staff. We can assist with understanding and learning credentialing, especially for those of you that are working with older adults. We're able to guide and assist therapists with getting their Medicare credentialing, as well as when they're to the point of adding in additional staff, helping them with re-credentialing and really understanding the process. Crafting basic marketing plan to ensure therapists reach clients effectively. This is another thing that we see all the time on social media. Therapists worrying about their websites, worrying about their rack cards, doing a lot of emails, letters. We want to make sure you understand how to do marketing right from the start to ensure that you're out there building the trust and support you need in your community. And 7, evaluating and strengthening foundations for those with existing businesses to ensure compliance and readiness for growth. So like I mentioned earlier, several therapists come in with being in private practice for years, but do not have a good solid foundation, or it's a little bit maybe ready to crack in a few areas, and we're able to help strengthen that. Why does it matter? We hear it all the time. I can do it on my own. I'm just going to go to SCORE, or I'm just going to follow a private practice checklist, and I'm going to figure it out. It matters because without a solid foundation, businesses are at risk of legal, operational, and financial setbacks. It's like 50% of businesses fail or close within 3 years with small businesses. And a lot of the times it's because they don't set up a solid foundation. So in this stage, we're ensuring practice owners we work with understand state and federal regulations, operate professionally, and are equipped to grow. And we're there to support them so that they can get their questions answered so they feel comfortable when they're ready to start seeing clients. Now, pillar 2 is optimally focused on business growth. It's on equipping therapy professionals with the tools, strategies, and systems to grow their client base, manage operations efficiently and effectively, and ensure consistent progress. So one thing we see all the time is, therapists are getting clients, they're seeing them, but they're missing out on key steps that lead to costly errors that has ended up costing therapists thousands of dollars, and either having to return payments, losing payments, not collecting payments, and leading to burnout. So in this pillar, we're looking at making sure therapists learn how to confidently and efficiently onboard and see clients and track them throughout the life of being in the business. We're working on fine-tuning and developing those effective marketing strategies. We want to use marketing strategies that are built for long-term success without having therapists overspend on unnecessary tactics. We're looking at systems to enhance client retention with streamlined automations, which is the automations we're able to set up for therapists. We're able to save therapists thousands of dollars because it creates a process to keep clients in your world for life. In this pillar, we're also looking at mastering documentation and billing processes. We are adamant about therapists learning and understanding the documentation and billing. If you do not understand that process, how are you going to know if something's wrong? And why would you trust someone else when you don't even know to check if it's right or wrong? We have therapists come to us all the time that have hired out billing and they're in a disaster of a situation. In fact, we have several therapists you can talk to that can go through that process of why it is not a good idea to hire out billing. Utilizing therapy-focused customer management systems. We have an amazing systems coach that works directly with our therapists to create a custom management system designed just for your particular business. And this allows you to save time, reduce manual tasks, increase efficiency throughout your practice. And 6, establishing and tracking key performance indicators to measure progress and evaluate success and pinpoint areas for improvement. So many therapists have no idea what key performance indicators are. If you don't, we'll make sure you understand what they are and why they're so important to track. If you don't know what your numbers are, how do you know where you're at within your practice? Financial literacy. This is another key one. This is one we see a lot with practice owners coming to us. They have no idea what a profit and loss statement is. They don't know what their net profit is. They're not setting aside money for taxes. They're in debt. They're not paying themselves. So we work really hard to help our therapists develop financial literacy so they understand all of these key components, which then allows them to create a savings for their business so they can reinvest in themselves. So they prioritize paying themselves appropriately for their work. There's nothing worse than having a business for 5 years and not paying yourself on a monthly basis what you deserve. And another thing that people very much undervalue, they say they value it, but they don't, is time. We can never get back our time. We're able to help therapists save so much time by implementing time management, prioritization strategies, the systems we're able to put in place, as well as we keep on top of all the latest trends and things that are going on so that our therapists know we have their back in order to help them improve. A therapist I just met with this morning, with our connections, we were able to help her find an OT for her business. And we were also able to help her get a virtual admin who is now going to take away all those tasks that she shouldn't be doing so she can focus on higher level tasks. Why does any of this matter that I just talked about? Again, a lot of people at this stage are just seeing clients, but in order to have a business that runs effectively and efficiently and is sustainable, we need to have these systems in place and therapists need to be knowledgeable. So this pillar equips our therapists that we work with the knowledge and systems to provide excellent care, manage their operations, and grow without unnecessary stress and burnout. Now to pillar 3. This pillar is really on scaling and expansion. These therapists come to us and they already have their business set up. They already are seeing clients. They have solid systems in place, and now they want to scale and expand. Now, we might have people come to us at this level, but we need to fine tune things in the previous level, and that's completely fine. But this level is we're really working on empowering our therapists to evolve into effective leaders, to expand their teams, and to create a scalable practice for long-term success. There's lots of different things that this can look like, but we're really looking at transitioning therapists from being run by their business to running their business. In this pillar, we're looking at adding administrative support if it isn't already added. We're looking at adding and hiring additional team members. We have tons of tools and systems that can help in this process. We're enhancing systems and automations. The one thing about having a system in place, it always needs to be customized. I mean, we've been meeting with my therapy team, and with the additional staff that we've added, with the additional programs we've added, we always need to enhance our systems and work to make things as automated as possible. We just took a 2.9% reduction in pay as of January 1st. We needed to regroup and relook at everything and see what can we do behind the scenes to run more efficiently and still bring in increased money into the business without cutting therapists, without decreasing therapist pay. I will not do that. There are lots of things we can do in order to increase our revenue without having to take time or pay away from our therapist. Also, in this level, again, it's continuing to learn when and how to outsource tasks like marketing, billing, or additional admin work. And then we want to help you guys strategize for your future. Or so the therapists we're working with them on, what is their next goal? Are they going to expand services? Are they going to open new locations? Are they going to add different specializations? Now, we see people trying to do this way too soon, and sometimes we have to help them scale back before they can move forward. So why is this pillar important? Why does this matter? Scaling without the right systems, strategies, or support can lead to burnout, stagnation. Again, a lot of people, by the time they get to this level or should be getting to this level, have already thrown in the towel. So this stage ensures that the practice grows at a sustainable pace. It empowers therapy professionals to transition into a true CEO. And helps them to make crucial decisions needed to build and expand their business effectively. We have a ton of team members. That's what I think is one of the most special things about our program is over the, since 2019, when we started this, it's a team approach. I don't know everything. Anthony doesn't know everything. Steve doesn't know everything. But as a team, we're able to work together to help support the therapy professionals we work with. And our team goes even beyond who's on this page. We work with several key compliance experts who are amazing that help support us so we can best help support the therapists within our program. And our therapists in the program are also a key part of the team. I mean, if I could, they would all be on here. They help and support other therapists in multiple ways. We have team members that meet weekly just to network. We have team members that are referring clients to each other. We have team members that are helping each other set up programs. There are so many things that we can do as part of a team to help support therapists that are passionate get to that thriving practice. So again, Anthony is our system coach and expert. Steve is the CEO of Hello Note. He does regular coaching and training. And then we're able to help therapists, behind the scenes in a lot of different areas when it comes to billing and understanding what's going on with appeals or audits. We work closely with Melanie. She's a compliance expert. She comes in and does trainings and keeps everyone updated on what she's seeing when clients are getting audited. Alex, one of my favorite people in the universe. He's an expert in finances. He's a PT that's what he went to school for. Alicia and Megan are coaches. Kylie helps run the team. So it's not just one person, but you have a team to help support you. So, think about this. No matter what you choose to do, businesses require a team to really succeed. One person, can you do everything that is needed to get where you need to be? I'll never ever forget one of my business coaches, and this was for a mastermind program. And you had to, at this time, this was several years ago, but at this time, in order to be in this mastermind program, you had to have a minimum of 250,000 annual revenue. And so, these are business owners that have been up and going. But he talked about, if you don't understand where your final destination is and how to get there, you're going to be what we're showing in this top picture. You're going to be going all over the place. And these people end up quitting, they get burned out, they spend way more money than anyone in this example below, and they spend so much time, and time we can't get back. Therapists or business owners that get some support or have some idea of what they're doing, they may get there without quitting or getting burned out, but they're still spending way more time. They're still spending way more money, and they're definitely stressed. Even us that have the support, we're still stressed. But our goal is to help therapists get to, first of all, know their final destination and get to their final destination quickly and efficiently so that we save them time, money, and stress. Again, we work with new business owners. And the great thing about this is not just kind of made up BS. We get this from the business owners we work with. They tell us we save them so much time, we save them so much money, we save them so much stress. This is from new business owners and examples from current business owners. So here at Next Level OT with our therapy business builder program, our goal is to help therapy professionals that are passionate become thriving business owners.